Hey guys, what's up? This is Colin.
And I'm Dewey.
And we're here at Commonwealth right now. We're checking out the latest drop for today, which is the Game of Thrones and Adidas collab. If you've seen me, if you've watched Carlos' channel, you know that I actually unboxed this already with him. But today we want to do something a little bit different. We're
going to debate which are the best colorways, which color will deserve the Iron Throne.
So who sits on the Iron Throne of the collection? We will find out today. Foremost, I'd like to thank, give a shout out to Commonwealth for allowing us to shoot at their wonderful location here at the Greenbelt 5. And we're gonna be looking at the stuff right now. So without further ado, so you guys know that there are 6 different colorways for the Game of Thrones Adidas collab, and it's all Ultraboost. Everything that they produce are all Ultraboost, and each of these colorways are like a different house based on the TV series and the book. The last season is coming out on April 14. So again, this I think just adds up a little bit of the hype. So if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you definitely should be checking out the collection. So what are the 6 houses?
So we have the White Walkers.
We have the White Walkers. We have the Targaryens.
We have the Stark.
The Stark, of course. The Lannister.
The Targaryen Dragons.
Okay, Targaryen Dragons. And then what's the last one? There's 6. Totally forgot what the last one is.
Nightwatch.
Nightwatch. There we go. Okay. So again, these are some of them are not houses actually. So okay, on your end, what do you think is the last? What do you think is your last?
Honestly speaking, I think the one that sits on the number 6 spot would be the White Walkers.
The White Walkers.
There you go.
So why do you think that would be your last pick? I mean, honestly, it's also my last pick though.
Well,
although my contention is it has been promoted heavily as well.
The thing about the White Walker colorway is that it's white, it's light blue. For me, if you don't notice the little details like this one, the one in the back, look at from upon first impression, it looks like more of a GR colorway.
It does. Well, to be fair, when I was talking to Carlo about it when we did our unboxing, I said my initial impression for the full collection was that it was kind of lazy. But when you look at the details that they put into it, that's when you start appreciating like everything about.
And that for me is the redeeming factor, at least for this colorway, even though some people find it a bit boring.
Okay. No, because it's you do have that icy blue cage, and then the heel counter and the fuse on the mudguard. If you look at that, there's also like little bit of blue pattern streaming through it. But again, you're right. It does feel like any other all white.
Another thing, since it's icy blue, we all know that anything that's icy blue, it tends to yellow over time, just like the boost.
Just like the boost. Okay, so there is that factor.
It's the kind that you have to be so conscious of keeping it pristine.
All right. So that is our number 6.
Number 6.
This is our 5th choice.
And this is the Stark colorway.
Yeah, this is the Stark colorway. Why is this your 5th choice?
For me, honestly, I prefer this better than the White Walkers because you get really good materials. You have a nice leather cage here, and check out the suede in the heel cap and the toe box. It's actually a new trend that Adidas is experimenting. Because if you notice in the past Ultraboost releases, it's more of the fuse type. So here, with the use of suede, it not only reinforces the toe box, it adds an extra
extra layer of prestige.
Extra layer prestige.
The reason why it sits down there is because I feel that even though you have really good material, used for this colorway, the overall aesthetic still looks a little bit blah. I guess it's the gray. For me, it's the gray tone. Like it's just too drab.
It's kind
one
of
thing
boring.
Interesting though to note is that it also comes with a gray midsole,
which is rather unique for any Ultraboost.
Exactly, which is rather unique. In fact, I remember in my initial impression of this, I kind of wanted this as well. Like this was sitting actually on top of my to buy list. Initially. I did actually get this on feet. It's really cozy because again, if you look at the inner lining here, it's not your typical nylon.
It's woolen.
It's like wool. It's like fleece. It's really soft. I love how thick the knit is.
And not to mention, what's unique about the Star colorway is the outsole.
The outsole.
Because here you're using a ATR outsole.
So again, despite, this is weird, okay, because we just complimented the shoe, but despite all of this, we felt that this might not actually be the one that's going to be selling the quickest.
It's because, well, the design of it, even with the materials, the outsole, it's kind of niche. It's not the type of mainstream Ultraboost that people would expect.
Alright.
And now we're down to our number 4 choice.
Yep. So this is, again, this is really close. A close call with the start. This is the Nightwatch. And, okay, here we go. Duey, this is the first time you're seeing this, right?
Yep. And upon first impressions, I do think that it deserves to be on the 4th spot.
And it deserves to be on the middle spot at least. I'm not entirely sure if it's 4th or 3rd. I'm still a little bit undecided for that. You'll see why because of my next choice for this. But yeah.
So let's talk about it. Although it looks quite similar to the start, what makes the Nightwatch a bit better is the contrast detail of the white.
Yeah, there's a
in the toe box
there's a fuse overlay,
and in the boost. Although unfortunately here you're using a fuse overlay, not the premium suede one that you see with the start color.
I actually like. I mean, you know what? I'm fine with that. For me, I like the idea of the fuse overlay versus, example, using like a suede. It gives the illusion of, well, they are like at the edge of the wall, hence ice. So
and for me, the fuse overlay gives it more streamlined, more streamlined look.
It gives a little bit, a little bit more modern, I guess, look or modern feel to it. Something that with the start, it's for me. I find it harder to rock. Like, I don't know what to wear or what to pair with that. And the addition of the white midsole gives it a little bit more pop.
Yeah, it gives a good sense of contrast.
Yeah, it gives a good sense of contrast.
And not to mention, the advantage of fuse overlays over suede is that it's basically low maintenance.
That's true.
Unlike with suede, you have to be concerned about whether it gets wet, it gets dirty, you have to clean it once in a while. Unlike with fuse overlays, just wear it, do whatever.
So it does have a nice leather cage as well.
This is a nice touch.
This is a nice touch. Although on the heel counter, it's not suede anymore, nor is it leather. It's your typical...
the same material used, if I'm not mistaken, with the 3.0.
Yeah. So again, this is like plastic. This is like typical EVA.
Yeah. Except it's textured.
It's a little bit textured. I do love some of the small details. They have that
the coat here,
This
one.
So,
I know you can see it here. Medyo struggle, guys.
Oo nga eh. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much our, our middle one, our number 4 at this point.
Number 4.
It's your typical black and white Ultraboost, but it has like small details to make it,
better than the start. Although it was a bit of a close
not just better than the start, like better than the normal black and white Ultraboost. Because a lot of people are saying, when I talk to them, like, what are you going to get? They keep on saying, you know what, the Nightwatch, they're dismissing it. So
you have to see it in person.
You have to see it in person. So they're dismissing it. They're dismissing it outright. Purely on the basis of there's so many black and white Ultraboosts that was released.
And to be honest, it's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah,
the way it's color blocked.
Yes, I do love the outsole as well. It's white, but they're using the ATR,
which means you can use it for trail running, going to the mountains, just like in the TV series, right?
Well, that's true. If you're going up the wall, you better use this.
You need extra grip when you go hiking.
So guys, this is our 3rd pick for this collection.
And don't be surprised because...
Wait lang. Why do you have another one? No, this is number 3. What are you talking about?
But this is my number 3.
What? Why? Look how pristine that is. Okay, you know what? Here, get this.
Okay.
So basically, Duey picks this as his 3rd. Oh no, sorry, as
my second.
As your 2nd. And then this is my 2nd. So again, there is a little bit of contention on our end between what we feel is going to be on that rank. But again, they're both women exclusive. For me, I like this more than this one. Although I'm not saying I don't like it. I like it though. Particularly because one of how pristine the color is. It's not your typical white. It's actually a little bit pearlized. Has a nice silver a nice silver accent to it as well. And yeah, overall, it's really just a nice, clean Targaryen design. Plus, if we're judging from the popularity of the house of Daenerys Targaryen at this point,
Targaryen is always number 1.
I have a feeling, people will just want this because she might actually be on top of, you know, the Iron Throne this season.
Eventually.
We don't know. I don't know. Who knows?
Or
but that's pretty much my speculation. And you know, again, looking at it, super clean, all white, pristine, you know, beautiful, pearlized effect. There's a silver Targaryen symbol at the back, and the small details on the tongue tab, which is basically like
do I see cracked leather there?
It's scales.
Okay, it's
dragon scales. So these small details just adds to the pristine of the whole shoe. And in your case,
now for me, why I choose this as number 2?
Yeah.
Because first of all, it's red.
Okay.
And gold.
Okay.
And if you associate both colors, it means royalty.
Okay.
And aside from that,
doesn't it feel like a little bit too, I don't know, Chinese New Year?
Not exactly. Because the special thing about the Lannisters is that if you look at the prime knit, it's not just red. You have specks of gold, specks of black.
Yeah.
Which adds an extra depth to its design.
Alright. Well, again, don't get me wrong, I do love this. I mentioned in my unboxing with Carla that I wanted this as well. If they have this in men's sizes, I would probably get it, but that's a little bit biased because of the Chinese in me. Because it does feel like a Chinese New Year, like
it looks
it feels like ang pao, is what it is.
Nah, I beg to disagree. I just like the royalty appeal of the
but I do understand the whole, you know, the gold, the addition of the gold, the addition of the...
It's like when you're walking, you have some bling bling at your feet.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, again, clean design, you know,
so apparently, for this case, Colin prefers something that's subtle and clean.
I feel that majority of people might gravitate to this more, particularly because
of the association.
Because also it's a little bit cleaner, it's easier to rock, and yeah, I mean, but if you are more, you know, you have a more colorful personality, then go for this. Again, do give us your thoughts. What do you think, guys?
So is it this one or this one?
Or this one? What do you guys think?
So, and me and Colin definitely agreed on this as being the top pick out of the 6 colorways.
Yes.
And it is...
This is gusto ko yung may ganun. May This is the Game of Thrones Adidas Targaryen Dragon. So, look how beautiful that is.
Straight out fine. Because look at that fiery red toe box that transitions down to
look at that fiery red toe box, man.
So it's literally like a dragon spitting fire.
Yes, that is the inspiration for it. And if you look, I mean, sure, it's also Targaryen. In nature, right? It has the same fire and blood quotations at the back. But the difference again is very, very subtle. I mean, like
the logo here at the back of the tongue.
I mean, there's small details in terms of the difference between the other one. This one is cracked leather, so that's what I really like.
And a little backstory, I guess.
Yeah.
For me, the reason why I considered this as the best colorway is back then, months ago, this was one of the first colorways at D-Clout, and ever since it was being like the flagship colorway of the collection.
So that's basically their hero product in, you know, in tech speak, right?
Exactly. It's like their flagship.
It's like their flagship product that they're pushing. Okay, that's true. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I love the colorway more than anything. The black primate upper transitioning to orange, and then you have the black boost. It just adds a little bit of, I don't know.
It has that angas factor.
It does have that angas factor, and not just that. I think that it has a cool, clean look. Despite the weird upper, it looks really, really clean.
Some may think it's loud, but actually it's more of a statement shoe.
Yeah.
It's not the kind that it's gonna irritate.
I definitely want to have one.
Same here, and definitely getting this.
This is my top pick. This is probably the first thing I'm ever going to buy, and I have a feeling that this is going to be the first that's going to be sold out really, really quickly. So if you
that's why if you're coming down to buy any of the 6, you better get this first, because for sure it'll get sold out very fast. So
yeah, I mean, like, do drop by Commonwealth, like, and then grab your Game of Thrones Adidas Ultraboost today. Today.
Like, be there an hour before so that you get a sure guaranteed spot.
Also that, I mean, the timing of the release is a little bit weird for me because it's competing against the Yeezys.
It's more of a different market.
Okay.
So you're catering to a market who are fans of the TV show and the book, and you're catering to fans of Kanye's work.
All right, there's always that. Okay.
And then there's also the factor that, for me, if you ask me, people would more likely buy the Ultraboost over the Yeezys because not everyone can ride the dad shoe trend, admit it.
That's true, and it's also conveniently cheaper. So this retails for 8,900.
And the Yeezy 700 retails for
16,000, so
almost double the price. Some people would say that the whole collection is underwhelming.
Okay.
But if you look at the little details, the materials used, the story behind it, it's actually a really good collection, just like the Dragon Ball collection.
The Dragon Ball collection, yeah.
Although the only advantage here is that, unlike the Dragon Ball collection last year, Adidas chose to stick to a silhouette that is familiar and popular to everyone.
And they drop all colorways at the same time.
With That's a better approach.
Yeah, with Dragon Ball, you have to wait every 2 months, just to get a chance to, to complete everything, right?
And if you remember with the Dragon Ball collection, the hype ones were the first two,
just
the
first
Goku
two,
and the Frieza. Then after that,
not as much.
Kinda waned down.
Kind of plummeted. Okay, so guys, that's our take on the Adidas Ultraboost Game of Thrones
collection.
What do you guys think? Who do you think should sit on the Iron Throne for the collection? Is this your pick as well? Do let us know at the comment section down below. Subscribe to our channels as well.
And don't forget to follow Unpack on Facebook and Instagram.
There we go. Yes, don't forget to follow Unpack on Facebook and Instagram. Congratulations, my Instagram na si Unpack.
We finally have Instagram.
Diba? So yeah, again, this is Colin from Hypegeek.
And this is Dewey from Unpack.
Okay, and we'll see you guys on the next one.